Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to the till tutorial for Vani UK. We're going to do it in two different sections. One, with the assumption that everything is working smoothly. How do you put a transaction through? And second, we'll do level 1 backups for the key elements that you need to be able to put the transaction through. So, say you like a book or a CD that you bring to the till, which is where the iPad is in the bookshop. You should be able to see this screen on the iPad and look out for the barcode, which is usually behind the product at the back of the cover. Find the scanner, which is a red color scanner. It says Socket Mobile on it. You want to press the big black button, which will throw out a red laser light. And you want to scan the barcode. If you want a bag at this point, you can tap on the quick key options which are on the left hand side. You'll see the lavender Vani carrier bag icon. You can tap on that. And let's say I say cloth, so I tap on cloth. So my total transaction is £11. If you notice, it says subtotal 11, pay £11. Do not add any discount unless authorized to do so. You can tap on pay. Now here you can pay by different methods. So cash, card and gift card are usually the ones that you'd use in the bookshop. Never use eBookshop or on account completed. So first, cash. So you have two options when you want to pay by cash. Either you can simply tap on the blue cash icon, or you can go on the quick cash payment option. So the black icons that you can see, it says 11, 15, 20, 30. So if it's an £11 transaction and someone's given you a £20 note, if you tap on the quick cash payment option, then it'll tell you how much change to give. If you tap on the cash option, it won't tell you that. So say if you tap on 20. Now, this is the final screen of any transaction. No matter which payment method you put, this is the transaction screen that you want to get to. Where it's encouraging you to put add note to sale. You want to put your name so that we can see who has put the transaction through. If there's any clarifications needed, just simply type your name and you tap on add note. Now here you see you have at the bottom it says closing in 6 seconds, tap anywhere to stay on page. So you need to be careful of that in case if you miss that timing, then it will put the transaction through and you won't have an opportunity to change your mind, at least on the front screen. So here you see it says give £9 change, so it tells you how much change to give. It would also, if you're in the bookshop, it would also print a physical receipt for you, which you can give to the customer. It'll only print one, which is for the customer. It does not print one for you because we don't need to keep a physical receipt in the till for ourselves. You can also send an email receipt, so you can simply tap where it says email receipt and it'll bring up the keyboard and you can put in your email address. The send button that you can see at the end of that text box will become green and you can tap on that. If it's a customer that's already on the system, chances are that the email is on the system, so the system will pick up on that and say, do you want to add this transaction to the customer's account, so that it'll basically club all the transactions, all the purchases that this particular customer has done. You can say yes for that. Say you don't want to send an email receipt, you just close the keyboard by pressing on the little keyboard icon on the right hand side bottom corner. Now, once you've tapped any payment option, whether it's cash, card, gift card, anything, usually it's very intuitive. So on the left-hand side corner, there will be an icon for you to tap on to go back to the previous screen if you want to undo what you have done. On the right-hand side top corner, it'll give you the option to go to the next screen. So here you can see it says new sale, so it'll go back to a clean till. This transaction will be complete if you tap on that. So usually you want to tap on the new sale option once you have done the transaction, so that it's easier for the next person who's going to use the till. And the other checks that you want to do once the transaction is complete is you want to make sure that the scanner, the card machine, and the iPad are all charging before you leave the till system. Now here we'll press undo last cash payment. So now we'll see how the card payments are taken. So if you tap on card, here when it's detecting, it finds it easier to detect if you press the green tick button on the PayPal card machine, black color card machine which is around. So if you press the green button, and we go back, actually it should, yeah, so even without me trying to tap anything on the screen, it just means that the card machine as well kind of goes to sleep and you need to wake him up. So the green tick button does that. Here you can take payment by contactless. You can insert the card into the card machine chip and pin, or you can swipe it on top of the card machine. There is a little slot, thin slot for you to swipe the card as well. It's saying payment cancel because you haven't done anything. So that's the card payment to take. Now say gift card. You're going to say on the gift card that the customer presents to you, there is a number near the chip that you'll see at the back. So you just put in the number. So I think, yeah. So it'll tell you that it's active, how much balance is left, and if it's not enough, then you can make a partial payment as well. So you just follow the instructions on that. I'm going to cancel that. So that's the best way to take any transactions, provided everything is working correctly. So now we'll go through a few backups and a few combinations of things that can be done on the system. So say if you're buying 2 of the same book, you can tap on the product and it comes up with quantity, price, discount, note, and a trash can icon. If you tap on any of it, you can amend it. So if you tap on quantity, you can change it on the keyboard and then update quantity. If you want to change price, this is usually only if the product has a different physical price and the system is saying it's a different price. You want to follow what's on the product because that's what the customer has seen, ideally. Unless if you see a massive difference, you might want to communicate that to the customer. But regardless of whatever changes you make, if there is an error that you see on the system, so say if the price is different, you want to be able to make a note of it in the maintenance log that's in the book that's in the bookshop under the cash box at the till. Say if you want to cancel this particular product, you can press the trash can icon which is there, or you can swipe it across. So that's to make changes to the actual physical product on which has already been scanned. So say if the scanner is not working, you want to press the little black button which is there on the scanner. You'll hear the little beep, which means either you've switched it off or you've switched it on. The way you know whether you've switched it on or off is if you press the big black button, you'll see the red laser light, so you'll know that you have switched it on. In this case, I've switched it off, so I'm going to switch it on again. Yeah. Now, you want to scan the barcode. Now, not too close, not too far, just right distance. There is a good range where you can scan it in. But for your convenience, you should look out for the red laser light to cover just the barcode and not a big space outside of that, or not too close either. And initially you might have to kind of move around, move your hand, move the scanner to see what range works, and once you do it a few times you'll get used to it. So I'll scan that in. Now In this case, it's scanning perfectly because the minute you switch it on, it syncs it with the iPad. Sometimes you need to wake it up, usually when it's not been used for a few days or a few hours. It's used to this morning and the next it's being used in a couple of days, which is the case for us often. It goes to sleep. It's the sleep mode. In order to wake it up from its sleep mode, you need to scan it a few times. Keep pressing the black button, and usually between 5 to 10 clicks it does start. If not, say you're not able to make it work, or if you don't want to use the scanner, you can also search for the product. So I'm just going to cancel. So you look out for the magnifying glass, which is in the right hand side top corner. Tap on that. Now here you can put in a keyword. So if you put a generic keyword like, let's say, Geeta, you'll get too many options. You can scroll by swiping up, but you will get too many options for that. Here, the one thing which I would like to point out is you want to make sure that you select the right product. So here, if you notice, there's Geeta card desk stationery, and there's Geeta chanting. Now the little square icon which is next to the product, next to Geeta chanting, but it's not there on the left hand side of the Geeta card, is telling you that there's different versions of the Geeta chanting product. So if you notice, there's new and old. So make sure you can look out for that. Now here, let's say I want to put something which is not generic. So if you notice, there's two squares on the left hand side of the image of the product. Now not every product has an image, but if it does, then it will be helpful to you. You want to make sure that you pick the right product. So look at the code which is under the product name. So AS17, which will usually be under the barcode. If that's not there, then you can also, the second check would be to look at the product type. So if it says book English or MP3 or CD, sometimes the same title is there for the CD, for a DVD. So you want to make sure you pick the right one, particularly for CDs, it's important. Here, let's say, so the price at this stage is not a good indicator because it says £10, but let's say you're looking to buy the Indian version, it's £3, and you might think, oh, it's not giving the right price. But if I select it, you'll be able to see the price. So that's if the scanner is not working. If the card machine is not working, now the card machine won't work on one occasion. If there is no internet, it doesn't work. In terms of the iPad, there are backups for the internet, so we will go through that. For the card machine, if the battery has died or it's not able to sync for some reason, the internet's still working, you will see that the card icon will still be blue. So you want to tap on that, and you have the manually enter card option at the bottom. So you tap on the manually card option with the little arrow at the bottom of the screen, and here you get this option even if the card machine works. You still get this option, so you can still do that. Say for some reason the card is not going through that transaction. So you tap on the manually enter card. Put in the 16-digit card number, expiry date, CVV is a security code behind the card, the 3-digit number, and the zip code, which is the postcode. Now, the zip code takes only 5 characters, so don't worry about it. You put in the first 5 characters of the zip code of the postcode, and then the process payment icon, which is on the right-hand side top corner, will become white, and you'll be able to go on the next stage, which will say complete transaction complete, and you'll go to the notes, add notes screen, or you can go back. So we'll go back. Now the gift card option, so you want to tap on gift card. Now there's next to the chip there is little icon which a 4-digit number. You want to put that in. You say check, and that will tell you what the balance is. Say if the card doesn't have enough balance, you can also make a partial payment, as you can see on the right hand side top corner, or you can go back to the previous screen at any point. So this is all the transactions how you can put through. Now in terms of internet, there's a few checks that you can do before you start in order to make sure that your transaction goes through smoothly. So first thing you want to do is on the right hand side, sorry, on the left hand side top corner, you have Kirti till. You want to make sure you're on the right till. If you tap on the 3 lines, it says online. You want to make sure that you're online. If you're not online, it will say offline. You can also tap on it. If you know for sure that there is internet, you can tap on the online and say sync all data. So it'll sort of wake up like the other systems. You tap anywhere outside of that black screen and it'll bring you out. Black menu bar which comes up on the left hand side. Now, the other thing that you can check is to make sure that you're using the correct card machine and the scanner. So if you go on settings, if you go on Bluetooth, you have PayPal 959 and socket 4FE97A. There's a label on every iPad, every card reader and every scanner which tells you what those numbers are, and you want to make sure that these numbers match. So the 959 PayPal card machine, there's the number on the card machine which is the one that you should be using with this particular iPad. So each iPad has its own card machine, has its own scanner. If you notice the card machine, it says not connected, but that's because it's gone to sleep. So if you tap on it, or if you get to the payment screen, it will wake up. When it starts detecting, it will wake up. And if it's not, you can tap on it and it's on this screen and it should work as well. Next, Wi-Fi. You want to make sure you have a Wi-Fi connection on you. If there is no Wi-Fi connection, the iPad that's in Kirti has mobile data on it. So that should ideally kick in unless it's run out of it. So you want to make sure that the mobile data is active. So that will kick in if the internet is not working. If the mobile data is not working either, then the card machine will not work. But there is a level 1 of backup for just in case Kirti Wi-Fi is not working, which is highly unusual in very unusual circumstances that has happened. So there is a backup for that, and if that doesn't work, the level 3 backup will be to take payments without card machine. So this is all the basic information that you would need to put any product transaction through. Look out for other videos for to put donations, sponsorships, event registrations for through the till, and to take card payments for that separately, including Holy Gita. Holy Gita books do not go through like normal product transactions anymore, so do not put them through in the normal payment method the way we have seen. There will be a different process for that which will be explained separately. Alright, awesome. So if there's any further questions, please feel free to get in touch with me. Hopefully this should help with most of the basic till training that you need. Thank you. Hariom.